Okay, guys. Hey, we're back. We got game three set up here. We got the teams here. We're going to get the flip side tactics versus a PLS match. Game three semifinals up and running here in just short minutes. Make sure both these teams are ready to draft, and we'll be good to go. Looking for
A minute is 60 seconds. How long is a short minute?
like 45 seconds.
Okay.
I would think. No. Maybe. All right. Let's see if these guys are good to go. What do you think of that game two, Hogan? You looking to see something just as good here in game three from both these teams?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Good work. I'm glad you said that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, both these teams are ready to draft. We're going to get this started. They should be sitting here in a moment. I'm going to pop it up on screen so we can all see it as it happens. And there we go. And there we go. So, winner of this match moves on to the finals. Loser of this match moves on to the third place bronze match. So, obviously there's a lot on the line for this match for both these teams. They absolutely both want to move on and battle out against Ascent Gaming, which we'll be covering next after this.
Is it right after this?
It'll be shortly after this. Yep, absolutely.
Cool.
Cool. And we have bands coming out, and Nikolai Rook coming out as the band. So PLS, they picked up Rook first pick last game. Ooh, look at that. They're in series mode right now. Probably going to see Relit on that Ray. He's pretty amazing Ray player. But they, in PLS, they don't not in first pick phase, and they don't want to play against Rook, I guess. So we see that ban come out again.
Yeah. Bastion Jinshi here. It's a tough call because you don't want to give up both of the ADs. But you'll give up one of the good tanks if you don't pick both of them. Oh, really tough call. Glad I don't have to make it.
Yeah, glad you don't have to make it. And they're taking their time deciding on this. Obviously, there's a lot of picks on the board, but they got to be careful what they're going to give up. If they do go, like you said, if they pick up that Bastion Jinshi, it's going to open a wide spectrum up for Flipside to, pick up like a Featherstone or Harrower plus Verm or something like that. So they're thinking about it.
So, yeah, they're going to go for the Claude. And I guess I'll let them have the Bastion. I can't see them picking Claude and Bastion. That's a little greedy. Oh, wait, they already picked the Verm. Ha 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 ha! That's how drafts work. Oh, this is my first time. Please excuse me. Meanwhile, they're going to pick Bastion here. And what do they add to the Bastion? Probably the Featherstone. The Featherstone.
Yep, possible. They could pick up Harrower. And there it is. There is that Harrower pickup. It's definitely a super safe bottom lane. They get Jin Shi actually, and not Bastion. What do you think of that? Going for Jin Shi over Bastion?
It's okay. I told you that it's one of the top heroes for Thatchy recently is playing the Jinshi, so I don't think they have any issue picking that over Bastion. Both teams are baiting a Bastion right now, and PLS picks a Bow. I don't know what's going on anymore. This is not normal.
It's getting crazy in here. Yeah, Bo is really fallen off competitive play. This is like we saw Bo 2 games ago. Wasn't super effective, and now we're seeing Bo picked up again. Those are probably the 2 games I've seen Bo playing in many weeks. Many weeks. So we're going to see Featherstone versus Harrower in that bot lane. Oh, we see a Hale getting picked up here. I'm assuming we're going to see Marley on Hale, so like a Marley Ray lane, very good. And a Jinshi Blazer lane, also not bad at all. How are we going to see this get lane? Are we going to see a Claudessa
Carter.
Verm? And what are they going to put with that bow? Carter, okay.
This is almost 100% a Carter pick, and I really like F3's team. Marley's Hail is formidable, and I got PM'd a week ago when I said that the Marley build was building Mystic Dagger first. It was by an angry Rippa. I think he thinks he invented it, but since I already said it was Marley's build, I can't really take it back now, so I'm just going to go with it, and Rippa, you'll have to come up with something else new, and then I'll give you credit for that.
We'll see. We'll see if he agrees with you there. But last pick coming out here from Senpai, please notice me. It's an important pick.
Yeah.
What are they going to put with this Claude or this bow?
It's Carter or Malady. I don't know how comfortable they feel with Kiwi's Malady. Oh, well, that's not one of the two I would have thought, but they have been
nothing
talking
you
about
picked.
Caprice. I don't know. This is interesting for a game 3. It's definitely the PLS style to game 3 all of a sudden pull out a Caprice.
They pulling out the Caprice. When's the last time we saw a Caprice in a competitive match?
SDS, I think Caprice made its way into the AG versus CB games.
Who
I'm
played
pretty
the Caprice?
sure.
CB or AG?
I want to say Lakota played it.
Oh, maybe. Oh, you know what?
not-
You're absolutely correct. I remember watching that game. I mean, Lakota, when he first started Strife, that was like his go-to hero was Caprice a long, long time ago. So it's fun to see OJ concentrate, jumping back on Caprice for a game. I do remember that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, Caprice is a fairly strong hero, and she can definitely get to the back line, but against a hero like Harrower, oh man, life is tough as Caprice, because Harrower is not easy to just quick burst down, and he'll just chase you down and paw you to death. But, she does have some escapability, so that's an upside against Jin Shi. Like, she's not going to be able to close on him. Hail, she can probably avoid his ultimate and stuff like that. So, there is some upside here, but it is a pretty high-risk pick in general.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, Caprice. It's gonna be an interesting game for Caprice here. We'll see if they're able to make it work. So is it gonna be Kiwi Dude on Caprice?
Yep.
All right, we'll see how good of a Caprice he is here in about 20 seconds.
It's a tough lane, though. I mean, even if he plays very well, the Ray Hail lane is so strong. I don't think they could win that lane.
Yeah,
really
I don't know. Yeah,
I think Ray Hail beats Caprice Claudessa like pretty hard.
What if it's going to
It
be
might
a
actually
Bo
be
Caprice?
a point of concern for them. It won't be. It'll be Bo Verm top again. Bo Verm had success last game. I don't see why they would change that around. Bo Verm will do well against Jin Shi Blazer lane because Jin Shi, it's Jin Shi. She's not the best laner in the world, but that mid lane's gonna be super tough. Like, I'm really wondering what PLS has up their sleeves or what they're thinking about. But F3, those are like signature heroes. Like, Marley plays a very good Hell,
Yes.
and Raleigh plays the best Ray. So if
Yes,
they get rolling,
arguably.
that game could just instantly pile up in favor of F3.
Yeah, I mean, F3 is definitely positioned for a huge game here. Who do you think has, just looking at hero picks in the composition, who has a better team fight team?
Neither of them have like super team fight, but I'd have to say F3 has a better team fight for sure because of the Hell Ray combo.
Mm-hmm.
It just gives you like a good foundation to build upon, and then you have follow up from Jin Shi and just killing off stragglers between Ralph and Wolf Joe, and that seems
Sure.
like a pretty good setup
There
to
we
have. On the flip side, it's going to rely on the flip side. On the other side, I can't say that in this game, obviously. Senju Gahara is going to need some big ults to help his team get going, and Caprice, to pay off, is going to have to kill Blazer pretty often or Ray pretty often. Like, that's the only option for them, and it's interesting to note that both Caprice and Ray, the opposite counterparts of each other on the teams, go for a Fitz this game.
They do. I got it, and also just want to point out Relit over here with the giant Fitz. It's as big as he is, and I love it. I love seeing
Yeah, I
those
would like to
adult.
point out that I said opposite counterparts, and I think that means they're the same, because I think that's redundant.
I just
I
wanted to
regret
say
everything.
I wanted to point out the giantness, though, that is this Fitz.
Giant Fits is stupid.
No.
Like, you might go into a game using Razor where you wouldn't use Razor just so you have a huge Razor. If people are using Luster, I usually go, why are you using Luster? But if they're using Giant Luster, then I'm okay with it.
That's the only time you're okay. Oh, there
Yeah.
goes that taunt out by Marley.
Marty.
And no counter taunt from PLS.
Super Saiyan skin. It's also worth noting that this... I'm not sure if this was the lane, but Marley's Hail definitely was a huge part of the game yesterday where PLS lost to
Flip side.
Flipside.
Yep.
F3. So, we'll see how they do here. I would really like to see F3 apply a lot of pressure on this lane. Like, keep pushing the waves. Keep the enemy team under tower.
Yeah, we'll see what the so Claudessa Caprice versus Hail Ray is. It's gonna be a struggle for PLS here, I think.
Yeah, they're going to take lots of damage.
What about top lane? What Vermbo versus Blazer Jinshi?
Vermbo's fine. I mean, if they get caught, they're not fine, but...
Yeah, but here they
You
go.
can see
Inner Rage
Syndergaard
coming out.
turns
We're going to
it.
see one stun come out, but Thatchy's actually turning it back and basically drawing Verm off of that. That was actually, I think, a really good play by Thatchy right there.
Blazer still had the bounder, so it's not
Yep.
that bad in the end. I don't know if Sanaka boundered or not. I didn't catch it.
No bounder was used that I saw.
Oh, well, then that's a pretty good trade for PLS then. Let's see if they can continue the pressure like that. Meanwhile, the mid lane, like, once this Mystic Dagger comes out for Hell, this lane becomes like, nearly impossible for PLS, so they really need to free up the Caprice as soon as possible and get some roams going. I mean, right now it's too soon, it's 1 minute and 45 seconds, but around level 5, maybe start the roam train and try and create stuff in the other lanes like he did well last game. That was a big part of their victory.
Sure, absolutely. So what? Bottom lane here. How is Wolf Joe doing versus Featherstone? I mean, obviously, Harrower struggles a little bit here in the early game once he can get some Feast of Wounds up. He actually has 2 points in Predator Strike instead of going 2 levels in Feast of Wounds. What do you... Oh, actually, we missed a kill there in the mid lane. Kiwi trying to get a counter gank here, but it's just not going to be enough. And first blood going out to Relic there, and that's huge GPM already with that Fitz gold and everything.
Yeah, they can't do that. Like, they need to play a lot more conservatively for PLS, and then props to F3. That was a really nice kill. Marley is one of those players that will risk everything constantly.
Yes.
So if you think you're going to play a game of chicken against Marley, you are wrong, because he's not giving in.
And they're going to go
There's gonna
right
be
in
another
there
kill.
onto
Maybe.
Caprice.
Ooh, nice stun.
Stun to save some lives.
Yep, stun just barely saves him. He was very low, but giving the money to him, I told you, the break point of this lane is the Mystic Dagger, and if you're giving them extra money and acting as a catalyst to get them to that point, then you're going to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, we can already see Marley rushing that Mystic Dagger, of course. He's going to have it very, very soon. He just needs the recipe now. I thought there was a way we could see how much gold that you have saved up. Maybe that's in the old interface.
There is. If you hover over, it says the gold they have. Like, Marley right now has 387 gold on him. It's in the color gold. It says gold.
I see it
Go over
now.
their portrait.
I see it now, yeah. I'm like, wait, where do I need to hover over? Okay, there we go. So gold. All right, so he has 600 gold. So he's well on his way to finishing off that recipe then. Very, very shortly. He's farming, 450, a little over 450 GPM. So what, about 2 minutes? He should have that recipe.
No, more like a minute or less. Especially if they get killed here. Kiwi Dude's gonna get stunned on and jumped on. Looks like he's gonna die for sure. Manty's taking damage as well. He's gonna back up.
And he's so close, actually. Marley, as we talked about, he will go in on that, and they get that double kill. I mean, the changes on Hail over the past couple of patches, Hail is so strong. That resetting of the sweeping strikes is so big.
Yep, and Marley's gonna die for that every single time, and he gets it clean. And like I said, it was going to be less than 2 minutes. He has the Mystic Dagger up now. So this is the most important thing about the Mystic Dagger is that it frees up the Ray to do whatever he wants. Like Ray can full roam now, Ray can do anything, and Marley can stay in the lane alone and still apply like serious harass damage to the enemy team. It's a big misplay by PLS to not realize that they're in a mismatch of a lane, and to leave yourself susceptible to those early kills is just a really poor play. Looking at the other lanes, it looks like the bottom lane is actually much more even this game. Like Artemis is doing an okay job, but whilke is sitting here only 20 GPM down. So this is a very good result for Harrower if he can stand at this for a while longer. And the only lane clearly an advantage for them is the top lane.
Yeah, and he's pretty close to that golden protector. And they're gonna go in. Oh, nice 2-man ult on a Rockruff and a Thatchy, but Verb, I don't know if there was a lack of communication there for that, because if he would have landed his rocket jump on top of that ult, they should have had a double kill right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Verb was a little bit back further in positioning. That could have just been a spur of the moment move by Senjugahara. But we'll see. This tower's taking damage on the top lane now. It looks like they're going to roam up Marley. Marley has ultimate, so this is a very dangerous roam. If PLS does not react properly, they can lose a lot of the momentum they have in their only favorable lane.
Well, I'm sorry. Did you just see the boots that Ray has? Interesting boots.
Yeah, I see them now.
I like it.
It's a cool goal. And whatever Relic does is the right thing to do.
No, I mean, what is this? What's this getting him? I mean, obviously the moves. Is he going it just for the move speed? He just wants that chase potential?
If they plan on using Marley as the roamer, then him having extra attack speed allows him to be an actual threat to the tower. He can push faster, and he also gets the burst of move speed, which, you know, it doesn't hurt. Wolfjoe's going to die in the bottom lane, so
Marley,
good play by them. They're going to get Wolfjoe and a tower.
Wolfjoe completely whiffing his Earthquake, and they're going to go in there, and no kills are actually going to happen. So a lot of time spent trying to get a gank there, whiffing his ults, and that's that. But at the same time, Relit here on Ray is doing just fine on his own in this lane. And yes, there was a gank bot lane, so they get that tower. So PLS, you know, definitely not out of this match, getting a kill there. They just need to see how they can start applying that type of pressure everywhere else.
Yeah, Manti can't really do anything when he's soloing this mid if he's against either of these heroes. He has to play so passively. So if they're able to just put some damage on the tower, they're going to get the tower eventually. But
Relic, though, is in a lot of trouble right now, but the rest of the team is coming up. Marley is there. He actually is going to get the kill first, but he might... No, he still has a sweeping strikes up, of course, and he's going to be just fine. So Artemis going for that roam. I mean, he got that bottom tower, so now let's go mid. That's kind of the pressure they needed, right? They won their bottom lane. At least they got their tower. But do you want to leave this Harrower to free farm at this point? Is that a good idea? I don't know if that's a good idea.
Harrower was like halfway between the lanes. He didn't get free farm the whole time. I think he went to secure vision first, so it's not the end of the world. And if he goes bottom lane, he's very forward. Knowing there's two hard gankers on the side of F3, it's a little bit of a risk, but we do see Relic making his way to the top lane now. He's going to look for a kill on side Naka in all likelihood, but there's a counter roam coming up from Kiwi Dude, so good anticipation by him to get himself up here. He has to be careful though. Relic does deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, and they're going to go hard in on Relic there. Relic is going to fall. Thatchy is around, but he has just, used his whole kit there, and he's going to have to fall out of that fight. So, I mean, this is a good job. They're keeping Relic down. Relic actually went for a Mystic Dagger along with those Fever Boots. So, this is definitely an interesting build coming out from Ray. Definitely not... I don't think we're going to see him... is he going to start roaming? I don't know. With those items, is it going to be a big roaming potential? It's a possibility.
Fervor
Boots.
Fervor.
Yeah, Fervor Boots.
You said Fever Boots.
Oh, they're Fever
He's
Boots,
not
man.
sick.
But yeah.
He ain't sick.
He's running hot.
Manti's trading with him. This is a really bad idea. Relic with the Mystic Dagger is going to just tear through your HP, especially since Manti doesn't have armor yet. Hopefully...
they're going in on the kill there, but Relic's going to have to fall back. They actually applied the Fits, which isn't really going to do much at this point, because the stun did not last those anchors away. just went away. But we do see Caprice roaming here to the bottom lane, and they might try and go for a gank, but it's a Harrower. It's so hard to gank a Harrower, and we'll see what happens here if he comes back.
There are so many Mystic Daggers in this game right now. It's pretty ridiculous.
A little ridiculous. Yeah, Caprice has a Mystic Dagger now. Hale has one. Ray has one. This is the most Mystic Daggers we've seen in one game, you know, of any game. I haven't seen this many Mystic Daggers.
Artemis sometimes builds it on Fetter too, so there could be more. Tachi gets stunned here. He gets double stunned. He takes a lot of damage. He's going to go down. That's a really nice chase. A good ult from Senjugahara. He catches him on the corner. Those corners are not reliable. As all both players know, they're not reliable at all. So his positioning and trajectory was good to make sure it got the proc.
Absolutely. I mean, it did hit. They did get it. They might be able to finish off this tower now with this creep wave. There is a possibility. Depends if there is the totem down, and I think this tower has seen better days. It's going to fall right now, but they're going to go in hard on Kiwi Dude here. He's going to ult twice, but one of them gets hung up on the side of a wall there, and he's not able to jump, I think, where he wanted to jump. And he goes down, and now they're going to pressure mid with 4 heroes. We'll see if the rotation can get here quick enough to stop this.
Yeah, they'll definitely be here to D it.
Bull ult is going in with the inner rage. They're going to try and get to Relit. Relit is going to fall here. Absolutely. Mantikia's, though, is in a lot of trouble as well. No, he actually lives. He gets, they actually get the kill there onto Hale. That was a big dive under tower, and it just did not pay off. They're going to have to go on the run now, and they might lose their tier 1 tower for this.
Yeah, I don't know if they have enough power to take down the tier 1. It's at full health, but the good news is that Artemis is farming bottom, and they have someone up top to defend against Ralph. Ralph is going to have to back off as Kiwidu comes in here. It's a good juke by Ralph. He actually uses the bush to just circle around and get out. So, nice play overall, and Artemis getting more farm is definitely a good sign for PLS, but Wolfjaw does have some of his defensive items up now. He has his Golden Protector, and Ray's coming towards the bottom lane, so they might try and push for a kill down here.
No, it looks like they're just going to go back mid. You know, Ray definitely looking for, you know, a gank opportunity, I'm sure, but not going to find it just yet.
Yeah, and Caprice is floating around by the top lane. She wants to make sure that Blazer can't just free farm this top lane and push it to tower. They're going to run into Tachi here. They're not going to actually pursue him, though, because Blazer is off the map, so that's probably a good call. Marley in the mid lane is able to hold against 2. He has his inertia boots up already, so he's pretty formidable. He can get into the fight, inertia boots and pincer to set up a good ultimate, and he might do so just now, as the fight seems to be imminent.
They are really thinking about it, but Artemis is actually going to spot out Relit there in the bush, so they know who's here and who's not here at this point. Blazer's kind of the only unknown, has that Hunter's mode activated, and they're going to go in here on Bow. I don't know what they're going to do with that bow, but they got to be careful because Caprice was right behind him. And here they go.
Yeah.
Going to use
missed playpen on the middle lane. That could have been an interesting engage for them if the playpen hits on somebody, but you have to remember that Rala doesn't have the jump in potential since he doesn't have rocket boots. He has to run in with fervors, and running in can be very dangerous against a hero like Caprice or Bow.
And Marley is in a lot of trouble right now. He's going to get stunned out. Whoa, they even used the Bull Rush to finish him off. And Rocket Jump is going to miss there by Vermilion, but it's a 5v4. They have 2 ADCs that if they want to push this tower with. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they're going to try and make something. I don't think they're going to. Maybe just back off. Okay. Artemis
There's a
is
lot of
definitely going to go back.
objectives they can work on. I mean, Baldir is still up, and they haven't contested that yet. But Artemis is going to go bottom. So this looks familiar to 2 games ago when they gave up the Baldir to the enemy team because of the way they were splitting the map. This could very well happen right now.
Yes,
as you see Runkralf starting it.
They're starting it. They're rotating around. Is the rest of the team going to meet up with them? They're backing off of it, but they have it Half-Life. They have a Harrower. Let's not forget they have a Hail. They can take down those objectives extremely fast, and they do. This rotation seemed like it was a little slow. They still might be able to get this tower. No, they're going to back off. All right, so they're definitely going to play it a little safe here. But I think they could have rotated on that tower sooner. They spotted out that Baldir was happening with Bo a lot earlier.
Yeah, they probably should have just went straight for the tower. They looked like they contemplated going over to Baldir, but they had 5 heroes there. It would have been a 4 versus 5 without your Featherstone. It's definitely not a fight you want to take. So you all in on that tower as soon as you realize that. But instead, the tower is still up. It's a really good play by F3 to get some more money. Blazer continues to split farm top and build up her money as she's now over 400 GPM. So the important people are getting money on both sides of the ball in this game right now. Featherstone's still pushing out bottom mid lane. They're going to be able to get a pick off on Relit.
Oh, Thatchy, you got to be careful as well. He's going to use his CC break. He's going to be fine. But yeah, they got that pick on Relit. This definitely is going to open up this tower. But Runkralf looking for the engagement. They're going to go right on the Verb. Verb does go down. Marley used his a little bit ago, so he does not have that Earthquake. And they're turning this right on back onto Marley, but he's just going to Sweeping Strikes away. He's going to be fine. And Flipside Tactics is doing a really good job of cleaning up this fight. That was a really nice engagement from them, starting with Runkralf there on Blazer, going right for that Vermilion.
Yeah, it ends up being a 1-for-1, it looks like. Nothing too crazy going on there. Tower still stands, but meanwhile, bottom lane, Artemis is getting more farm, and the tower was getting a little bit of farm. Now he's going to get more because Artemis has to back off. He doesn't want to be too far forward, especially when this vision ward is in control of the enemy team.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely, he's just going to go get some jungle camps, and we'll probably see him back in lane shortly. So, see how close these guys are. If they only knew.
Yeah, this is odd for me. Relit's build is like... I always trust in Relit, but it is odd because last game he was playing Ace and he saw that PLS doesn't really go for magic armor for whatever reason.
Yep.
They didn't build any dampenings or any barrier tokens or anything to that effect. And this game he decides to go for the Mystic Dagger, which of course is physical damage. But if he piles on the magic damage instead, they don't have any resist. Meanwhile, top lane, 2 men, they pick Kiwi Dude. Probably shouldn't be top lane because he's more of a ganker anyway, but nonetheless, he goes down, and mid lane they're going to try and go on Marley.
Yeah, I think they're going to trade towers here. They're definitely losing this top tower with these two, but if PLS was smart, they would just try and finish off this tier 1 at the same time. Oh, they're actually going to go on Marley. Marley uses that Earthquake, but the bow rush hits him just on the side of the wall there. I almost thought that was going to miss completely, but it did not. So they get a kill and a tower. Runkralf is still up here, though. They're probably going to have somebody rotate, and that'll be fine. And at the same time, Artemis is pressuring bottom lane, but here comes Relit from behind. He activates those boots, and Artemis is not going to survive that one bit.
Yeah, I think Artemis misclicked too. He was trying to all in on Relit, but obviously that's very tough to do with no mana and already taking a lot of damage. PLS does get the Baldir, though, because of that gank. So, really good response from PLS to rotate over to Baldir. F3 try and contest it, but with Relit being in the bottom lane, it becomes a very difficult task. But it's still a very even game overall. I mean, if you look at the goal graph, it's about over 3,000, but 3,000 isn't impressive at 18 minutes.
No, not
it's
at
still
all.
Anyone's ball game.
Yeah, very, very short, quick, close game still. We look at the scores even, while we have a possible fight going on. Marley really far under tower, looking for something to make, but he's going to use his Pitzer. He's taking a lot of damage. Sweeping Strikes out of there, but maybe set up a decent fight for the rest of his team. But no, here comes the response. And they're just going to charge down. Thatchy is taking a ton of damage. He is probably going to fall right there. And there goes those mines, and they're just, oh, nice bounder away there by Verb. He does not want to take, double mine there, especially with a hail sitting right there.
Yeah, and Grimar is up now too on Ray, so those mines are going to hit for a lot of damage. It's important. PLS have done a good job this game of not over. Ooh, nice stun by Caprice. That's huge.
Double
There's not that
stun.
much team to rotate, but they still get the kill.
Wow. Yeah, that was a huge two-man stun. They were able to take Marley out with that. Hale is out of this fight. And I think they might go for Sindara here if they're not getting too greedy and keep trying to get a kill. Ooh, nice death ray there. Almost taking Kiwi Dude out. That would have been a really nice pickup there. But it's at least enough damage that it kind of scares them off a bit. And they're not going for Sindara right now.
Yeah, they can't really go for Sindara. The thing is, if they all back, then they give it up for free. So hopefully they only cycle 1 or 2 people out of here. But F3 have great presence right now. They're going to have the Ray push out the middle lane. He's probably going to get some damage on this tower. Because PLS doesn't want to show everybody. They want to keep some people around the pit. Because Harrower enables the team to do Sindara very easily. We've seen teams do it with 3 people, or even less sometimes, depending on the situation.
Yep.
So a lot of people circling on the spot lane, and Marley does decide to go to top lane and show himself, so that could be the go call for PLS. We'll see if they decide to come in here.
Kiwi dude is nice,
blind!
a double stun again. That was so blind, but he is jumping out of that. They didn't get the kill and they're leaving. But in the bot lane, Thatchy actually gets stopped on his E, and he is sitting in the background there. The rest of the team is just wailing on him. He's gonna go down. Marley's got to be careful here. He needs to sweep his strikes away. Yeah, PLS is they are committing to sticking around here and looking for more kills. Marley, nice dodge there. Kiwi dude is gonna get away there, but no, here comes Bo, gonna get 1 stun off, but there goes the CC break. At the same time, Bo might fall for this. There's the death ray. Artemis is gonna clean up as well, or no, that wasn't Artemis. Kiwi dude actually gets the last hit. And yeah, PLS, they're sticking around. They are not going anywhere.
Yeah, so a little bit of a misplay from Bo there, but they end up getting a kill out of it onto Marley. So Marley makes it a little bit more valuable for PLS. Runkrolf activates Invis, is coming towards the bot lane. They're going to try and get a big gank here to bring 4 heroes down against 3. If they stick around too long, they're going to drop.
And
PLS
they are sticking around. Kiwi dude, they're going to spot each other out here, so at least Runkrolf is not going to get the big surprise. Kiwi dude, though's got to get over the wall. He does, but he is going to fall. Wow. So all they get is Caprice there in the end. It could have been a lot worse than it was. So at least Caprice
could have been a lot better. Kiwi dude misses his first jump. These walls are very tricky. If you hit in the wrong spot, you just bounce back to your start point. And that's what happened the first jump. So if he mixed over the first jump, he has a second jump to get away.
Yep.
But obviously that didn't work out for him.
Absolutely. And so everyone is rotating around Baldir now. We'll see if Wolfjo gets caught out here. He's gonna get spotted, but is it gonna be enough? He has Bounder. So no, that wasn't Bounder. That was his Predator Strike.
Yeah, they can't really go for Baldir here. If they commit to Baldir, then all of a sudden Sindara's going to disappear. But here's a good engage by Kiwi dude again.
Yeah, double stun. Anchors away all day long. But nice attempt there by Marley. He's probably going to fall. No, he is getting away from this. Maybe. No, he is not getting away. Mantius gets the hit off. Here comes Thatchy over the wall. And they're looking for an engagement. Can Kiwi dude find it? Does not look like it.
That's a 2-for-1 trade, so great fight from F3. I don't even know what they hit Sandnaga with, but they took him down very quickly. It looked like he had bounded out of the Hail ultimate, but still took a huge chunk of damage, so good targeting by F3 to make sure you take out one of those 2 monster carries that have been over 500 GPM for majority of the game.
Yep.
And that will help them win the team fights much more regularly if they're able to accomplish that. They're going to go for Baldir here. This is a slight risk, but I don't think F3 had any vision, so I don't think they have any way of knowing they're on Baldir. They probably only realize now since the notification comes up. Feder's going to go to the top lane and farm. This could be an opportunity for F3.
They're going in for this. No, nice stun. Nice stun by Jinshi.
Yeah, and that's probably for the better. Like, stopping the pursuit there is... It probably benefits PLS because there are more people on their way. Like, Ray would have been in the middle of that if they overchased.
We could see a collapse here, though, on Wolfjo and on Marley. No, it does not look like it.
Feder's still nowhere near. He's going to start rotating now. But F3 aren't committing. They're not forcing them to really fight here. So they didn't take advantage while Feder was gone. Feder just gets more farm and now can easily walk back to the action and be a part of the fights as well. So interesting that F3 seems a little bit indecisive at the moment.
Thatchy is going to get spotted out right now. But both of us just going to hit Sindara, and that's it. Yeah, there is a huge fight that's going to happen real shortly here.
And now Runcroft is trying to kite the Ancients and get some farm because you don't want to stagnate. You don't want to stand here with your team and lose out on GPM, especially if you're one of the carriers on the team. You want to be able to get whatever farm you can. And Ralph, I always say he's one of the best players, so he knows that he needs to find farm to maximize value. And his team just needs to be aware of the fact that he's a little bit further away, not to get into anything too crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And so both these teams have kind of been backing off the Sundar pit. Nobody wants to commit to it. Obviously, a 5v5. There's no way they're going to sneak Sundara here. I think they're all just looking for that right engagement and to get the right pick off. And this might be it. Marley gets popped back, but no, he's going to be fine. Dragons, he does have, sweeping strikes. He can easily get away from most engagements, and he does have pincer as well.
Attack this enemy.
Yeah, Thatchy loves using his team members to propagate his Q, which is a very smart play. That time it looks like Marley moved to the left of it a little, so he's probably pissed at Marley, but it happens. It's hard to position for someone else's abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. And here comes that fight. Marley missing the earthquake there, but he is going to be fine. He's going to get out of that fight there. Going back engagement. Wolf Joe taking a lot of damage. And Bo actually missing the bow throw, and they're going to turn this. And Wolf Joe can actually take out Bo. He's got to be very careful. In the background there, though, but Kiwi Dude taking out Thatchy. Relic getting a double kill, so in the end, this is a 1v2. Nobody, a clear winner of this fight, and still nobody can really fight Sundara just yet. Oh no, Marley's gonna go down. No, oh, he does go down. So there's the 2v2 now. Runkroft looking for an engagement. Relic might be in a little bit of trouble. No, he's gonna put down that static field. Wolf Joe is in the bush there, and Bo is going to go down, and they're gonna try and take out Wolf Joe now as well. They're just trading 1 for 1 here. It's going to be the end of that fight. No one else wants to play around.
Doesn't get much closer than that. Oh man, so many people from F3 survive with 1 HP, and F3 are such an aggressive squad that they don't go home when they get 1 HP. They come back in, and they really make a lot of good trades out of it. If they had just left, they wouldn't have picked up all the kills they were able to, so great play by them. It's tough. You don't really have the abilities on the side of PLS's lineup to pin down people for prolonged periods of time.
Yep.
So with the mobile heroes and a Hail and Harrower, it's if you don't kill them in your first burst of damage, then they're going to be able to get out, come back in, and really annoy your carries. So really nice play by F3 there to salvage a fight that it probably had no business really winning, considering how it started off. I mean, Marley misses his ultimate and they almost kill him right off the bat, but F3 are so resilient that they're able to still cut that fight even.
Yeah. I mean, he did come back in, though. He left for a moment. Then he went back in.
Just a moment. Looking at the items, it looks like Kiwidu was able to pick up his Pyro Staff, so he's got a really strong burst rotation now on his engage. Claudess is getting close to the sheep, probably 1500 away from that. Artemis, I don't know what he's building with these items. It could be a crit, I guess, with an odd set of...
yeah, I don't know. That's an excellent question.
I think it has to be crit. I think that's the only item that expensive.
Windrush used, but they're not gonna actually find anybody of importance there. But at the same time, Runkrout, they do take out. He's gonna fall as well, though. They get that Vermilion down, which is a really, really big play for Flipside Tactics. But at the same time, Kiwi Dude is gonna double jump away, barely makes it out of there. Death Ray coming out does not hit Kiwi Dude, and that's not what they wanted. Wolf Joe, everyone else is just gonna back out of that fight. In the end, it was a 1 for 1. Nobody else dying from that, very surprisingly, because there was a lot of resources used.
Attack this enemy.
And yeah, once again, like tons of 1 health heroes just barely surviving. Kiwidude is low on health, but he's in middle. Marley was camping out that bush with like 3 HP because that's what Marley does. Yes. And it looks like they're just going to go for Baldir again here. I mean, no one's committed to fighting Sundara yet this entire game. They're all too nervous of losing the Sundara and then falling behind.
I mean, if you lose that Sundara fight and you lose Sundara at the same time, it's a huge game changer. I mean, it'll basically swing the game in whoever wins that engagement's favor.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at some of the items, and it looks like 1,700 gold in Artemis's pocket, so whatever he's building here should be up momentarily. And if it is the Wound Splitter, he's going to be dealing lots of damage, but technically, I mean, I don't know. If you're thinking of the conventional way people are playing right now, it should be the Stone Skin before the Wound Splitter.
Sure.
It's usually 2 damage items into Stone Skin, just so you can survive longer, but it is going to be the Wound Splitter first, and he's just going to commit to being a boss and dealing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, the other team, it looks like Relic picks up a Power Relic now, so he's probably going to build towards a sheep. We already have a sheep out on Runkralf, and that's how he was able to get a kill on Vermilion before. That's why these Stone Skins are so...
Oh, Bo has such a really good ult there, but it's Marley and Thatchy. They're kind of tanky. And look at Marley, still alive, actually getting a kill. Maybe going to get a double kill here. Nice totem put down there just to save his life, but here we go. Kiwi Dude is here for the defense, and Flipside Tactics coming out really, really huge in that team fight. All they lost was Relic, and I think they're fine with that. They get kills, they get a tower. I don't think they're going to get a tier 2 right now. Marley is sticking around there. Oh, Wolf Joe got to be in some trouble. Oh, go for the full engagement. Double jumping out there. Kiwi Dude is in some trouble now. There goes the Everwinter Charm even, and they're going for the engagement. And Bo is going to fall as well. And now they're going to lose a tier 2 tower.
Yeah, that was a sick dive by F3. It looked like they just called it PLS flat-footed. They all dove them, and it just worked out. You usually don't see that go in favor of the diving team too often, especially when you're behind on gold by a little bit, but that really evens it out. A huge team wipe and a couple towers. You're going to see this gold graph go back towards 0.
It's a 1,500 gold lead in PLS's favor. Yeah, this game is so close right now.
Yeah, and all I could say is, where are the Stone Skins?
Where are the Stone Skins? I agree with you there. Where are the Stone Skins? So we see Flipside Tactics. They're all rotating down to the bottom lane here. Are they gonna go for Sindara right now? What do you think they're gonna do here?
No, but they have to be down here to just be in the area. They can Sindara with like 3 people, so I wouldn't mind if they split push one top more. Like Ralph might go top now, and they split push and threaten the tier 2. See if someone rotates up, and then you take Sindara. That's probably the smoothest call you can make. The problem with it is that if Ralph is top and they just have a 5-man Sindara, then you have to 4v5 into it. But you do have people that run good interference. Like Harrower is great at just slowing down Sindara attempts. So is Jinshi, and Marley can hard commit if they want to as well. So it's probably difficult for PLS to get. And Ralph doesn't actually commit to going top, so this is just going to be another fight. Like we've just been seeing non-stop fights, and it's pretty exciting. But
yeah, if we look at the score screen, there is fights everywhere. So many kills on both sides. It's been a pretty intense game so far, and we'll see if another pickoff happens here. Marley is going to be just fine, of course, and they're actually going to go for a Baldir. I mean, at this point, Harrower can solo Sindara and Baldir if he wants.
They're going to all in Sindara. What?
No, they're not.
Faked me out.
That was the big fake out. I don't think they felt they could burst it down quick enough before the rest of the team got here. But Bo is going to get caught out here. He's going to rocket boots away, but not going to be enough. He gets stunned out. He's taking a lot of damage, and Bo is finally going to fall there. Sunanaka's in the background going to go down. Kiwi Dude's falling as well. This is Flipside Tactics just controlling this fight. One more to go, and it will be a genocide. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get it. And there it is. Quad kill for Runkralf. This is huge. Are they going to try and go for a generator here? Do they have the damage to make it happen? It's just Ray. It's just Ray and Blazer. I don't know if they can do it. You tell me.
Yeah, and that's...
They're committed to it.
Get it. They have 19 seconds. They probably get it. That whole fight is just because of Ralph's positioning. Like, he comes in from the back end, everyone's focused on the one small channel point of entry for the team fight, and Ralph just comes in and he's like, hey guys, you forgot about me. And he kills them all. It's worth pointing out that Manti used sheep late and sheep the wrong person. He should have made his way to and sheep Ralph somehow, but he sheeps Relit, who was already low mana, low health. It's not really worth it. So, like... you can't forget about the Blazer. That will lose you every team fight, especially when the Blazer is Ralph.
Let's talk about that generator kill, though. They got a generator, and that's huge. But they only have a 5,000 gold lead after that generator kill in Flipside Tactics' favor. I mean, this is, even though generator went down, this is such a close game.
Yeah, it is. But now, flip side have a really big advantage because what that 5,000 gold lead doesn't tell you is that they now have like 3 sheeps up versus
Yep.
1 sheep of PLS. So, like, if they go into a straight 5v5, they should have advantage based off of items and gold. The only way it can work against them is if people get picked off, and they've been doing a good job of not getting picked off for the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, they're going to go right here on a Sindara attempt. We do have Mandakias around and Claudessa, scaring him off just a little bit. It's more of a bluff, by the way, because Verm and Bo are nowhere near that fight.
Yeah, it definitely was a bluff, but you have to respect it because you don't know where Verm and Bo are.
Absolutely.
Map's kind of dark at this point. Everyone's been hovering around Sindara for the past 30 minutes. You know, we're just chilling at the pit. Not fighting here, but just hanging out.
Yeah,
We're
we
going
should
to
set
high
up like
ground.
a barbecue or
It's
something.
a really risky move.
Yeah, they were hoping to catch somebody out, but instead Bo is the one that's going to get caught out. He uses a stone skin. He's going to be fine. Wind rushing away. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, a big fight is brewing here. Marley is going in. He wants to get that huge earthquake off, but everybody's around. He actually gets 2 in it from the back line, and here comes the rest of the team. No, that death ray was huge as well, getting both of their ADCs in it, and everybody's on the run here. Flipside Tactics is doing such a good job in these fights. That death ray was ginormous. Kiwi Dude, though, is going to spot out Runkrout, but it don't matter. Oh, maybe here. Hold on. Verm is going to go for the kill right now. 1 round attack is all that was needed, but Runkrout is going to try and go for the kill himself. No, not going to happen. But he does open up the space for Sindara. And that's that.
Yeah, they're fighting in choke points against a Ray and a Howard. It's just not a good idea. So
Verm is
die
dead.
here. He overstayed his welcome. And that's probably it. Sindara is dead. There's a big gold lead on F3 right now. They're probably going to be able to close out the game in the coming minutes, especially Kiwidu dying here as Relic. Great positioning, camps the high ground, waits for the rotation to D the tower. There's no reason to D tier 2 there ever. So it's just a misplay by Kiwi. It's similar to what he did in the other game, actually.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be a real tough fight here for PLS. They're going to be down 2 heroes at the moment. Verm should definitely be up for the fight, though. They should not be dying right here, however. Artemis going to have to use that pincer, and they're going full in. Bo gets a really nice ult off, but it's not going to be enough. These guys are just too tanky, too farmed at the moment, and I think that's game.
Yeah, it looks like F3 are going to take it, and they're going to move on to the final.
Yeah, well done. Flipside Tactics. I mean, let's not call it too early here. Featherstone might pull something off with Verm. It's going to be very, very hard. But weirder things have happened.
It looks like Artemis is dropping down low, but they don't actually commit to killing him. They could just wait for the monkey.
Yeah, that's
they
what they're
heal up
doing.
a little bit. Should be it, but they're just going to leave it entirely because apparently they don't have potions or anything, so they don't want to risk anything.
Yeah, they don't want to risk it. They know they're in a huge lead. There's no reason to force, the Crux fight right now when you're not behind. Like, when you're in the lead, just nothing wrong with just playing it safe.
And I was just looking over some of the scores, and you can see that Alpha's only died once this game. It's like a testament to his good positioning because he's playing Blazer. He doesn't even have fervors. He's not that fast, and it's also an issue for PLS. Like, they need a way to find out Blazer and kill him, but he's been doing a good job of coming in late to most of these fights. And if you remember what I said pregame, if you're picking that Caprice has to kill Blazer and Ray.
This is
Ray,
so many resources, by the way, used here on to. They are going to get the kill, but that was a ton of resources spent on trying to kill a Hale, and they almost didn't even get the kill. Yeah, that's where we're at right now in the game.
There's not much they can do off of that kill. I mean, they can try and push it tier 2, but they might get wiped here, and the game just might end. Manti's going to take a lot of damage.
And he's actually going to barely get out of there, so he will be fine. Thatchy coming in. Nope, no other engagement. They do scare him off from trying to go for the tower, though.
Yeah, there's no way they could take that tower into 4. Just like we said earlier, the number of sheeps and positioning advantage for F3 in that situation when there's no vision in place for PLS is too hard to break through. It looks like both teams are content with slowing it down, farming. Once Rel and Ralph are comfortable enough, they're probably going to go try and set up some ganks. Looks like Ralph is going to do so right now. He has enough damage to take someone out instantly. You can see he went for a power conduit as well. So he's a hybrid build, part damage, part magic damage. And if he spots off Satanaka here, this could be a very sad ending for PLS. But he doesn't.
No, he does not. And looks like everyone is around the Baldir pit, but Baldir is nowhere near from spawning. You have to be very careful here. Marley is very tanky, by the way. He is willing to go in. The stones get activated there, gets a heal off. I think they're going to be fine, but they're just pushing them back. Yeah, PLS cannot take on like a 5v5 fight right now. They're just not able to make it happen. They have to be able to see if they can find this, run crop, this Blazer somewhere, and pick them off. And if they can do that, they can definitely take a fight. But until that happens, they got to be very safe.
Yeah, and it's a late point in the game. Like, considering they did well early, it's hard to reevaluate and look back at the picks. But you can imagine if this Caprice was a Carter right now, at least Ralph has a tougher time coming into fights because he gets a rocket on his face every time he comes in. But at this point in the game, you wonder how much Caprice is providing for you. Ralph comes in from the side, looks for the grab, doesn't catch it. Marley's in the way, but they're not going to get any kills here.
Bo going all the way in there. Oh, nice work killing Relic there. That was really good teamwork, setting that up. Marley himself might be in trouble. He uses his Earthquake, but it's not going to be enough. So, I mean, they get the tower, but they do feed 2 kills. So, I mean, definitely good for PLS there. That's 2 kills they desperately needed. And obviously to hold off the assault on the generator, and they're going to go right for Baldir, try and reclaim some of their missing gold. I mean, it is 17, 18,000 gold lead in Flipside Tactics' favor, so any little bit will definitely help. Second, Hexbane is coming out finally on Caprice, so that is good news for them. That's definitely a huge item for Caprice to be picking up.
Yeah, PLS needs like 2 or 3 more fights like that to have a legitimate chance of coming back into the game. They're going to go for the tower here. It's okay if they don't lose anybody, and it looks like they'll get it clean, so...
Oh, they're actually going to stick around maybe for an engagement here. Thatchy's in a lot of trouble. He's going to Hexbane out. He is going to fall. And Runkralf might be in some trouble, too. He does not have Hunter's Mode active. No, they're just going to fall back. And they're going to get out. They did lose Fetterstone, and Wolf Joe is up on the chase. Runkralf is still here, and we talked about this. They're low, but they're not going home. He wants to get a kill. He has Hunter's Mode. He can activate it now, and he's going to. And they're definitely going to get a pick off right now. They have to be real careful. They need a heal coming out. No, Firm is going to be fine. And that's going to be that.
Yeah, and Runkralf does a great job of evaluating whether or not he can go in safely or not. He throws down the stun, but he doesn't just follow it blindly. He realizes it's still not a good idea to engage on that because his support was a little bit further behind, and he's just not going to give them the easy kill onto him. He's still only 1 death 42 minutes into the game, and they're going to get a free Sindari here for F3, and this could be the win condition for them.
Yep.
If they wait for it this time. Last time they didn't really wait for the monkey. They were able to get the generator before it, but it messed up their timing and didn't allow them to end the game. If they work with the monkey this time, that probably allows them to win the game.
We will see.
A miracle fight.
Yeah, we'll see if they pull that off. They might catch Marley out here, though. I doubt that's going to happen. He's very mobile. Nope, and they're going to just back off. So we do have a fight coming up. We'll see if PLS can defend from being this far behind. I mean, they have 2 Hexbanes out now. Is there anyone else about to finish an item? We have, Stone Skin on Verm is finished. Bo has had a Stone Skin for a while. I don't know. I don't know what Fetterstone is building here with his last item. I would hope it would be a Stone Skin at some point, but I don't know if that's going to be it. Definitely finding those mines right there. So what's the play here? Is F3 just going to push with the monkey, try and get this generator and end it, or are they going to split push?
I think most of the times here you want to engage outside of base, but since you have a Fetterstone, you're better off engaging in base and...
Runkralf might try and go here on Verm. Verm might be in some trouble. Oh, nice. A bounder away there, so good play by Verm. You know, you don't want to be dying before this fight happens. Kiwi Dude, though, might spot out Runkralph and maybe engage on this. He's in a pretty good position to come from behind, but no, he's going to get spotted out. He's half health just from that one Q, and here we go. Here's the big fight. Nice earthquake there by Marley in the background. They're doing a really good job. PLS is just on the run. They're not able to get much done. They're going to maybe finish off the monkey before it happens, but it just does not matter.
It definitely does matter.
It does, actually, because there is a 5-man wipe. There is a huge genocide. What are they going to do with this, though, is the question. They have Bo, they have Featherstone, they have Caprice. Are they going to go right for a mid-generator? Can they do it?
30 seconds? Yeah, they actually probably can. It's going to be close. There's 28 seconds before Ray comes up. I think they'll get it, though. This is a really nice fight by PLS. Even though Kiwidu got shot down to half health, he still stayed in the back end. So getting the angled engagement is huge. As he was able to get a stun off on Relit, take Relit out very quickly, and it prevented Blazer from fully committing to the fight. So that fight was really well played by Kiwidu.
They're going to go for the win. Is this game over? Did Flipside Tactics just lose this match? Ray is up. They want to end this, but I don't think they can. That is no way. Like, that would have been crazy if they were able to make that happen.
Oh, Kiwidu's going to die.
Of course. So
yeah,
they fed 2 kills there.
Overconfident.
But now, here's the thing. This generator is up, but, I mean, Flipside's still in such a huge lead. Well, it's not that big of a lead now. It's under an 8,000 gold lead for Flipside Tactics, but they have great map control. Like, 2 generators down. You know, backdoor potentials are everywhere. We'll see. This game's not over, basically.
Flipside kind of like capped out on items, so it's not great for them to extend the game because then all of a sudden the enemy caps out and it just turns into a who can execute better in the middle of the fights, and you lower your odds. But they're going to go top and try and backdoor this generator. Since
they want to finish it off, but
go down.
There they go. Yes, absolutely going to go down. And Verm is dead. Artemis is dead on heroin. That's going to be game right there.
Yeah. You know, Flipside, we talked about their aggression earlier. They're not afraid to come in and force the issue, and you have to be prepared for that. And PLS looks like they got caught flat-footed there. They weren't ready for the possibility of a D. That all-in on the gen was just overzealous, and there's little to no chance you actually end the game there. So if they had kept those 2 heroes alive, they can D against something like that and extend the game even longer. But either way, close game, well played by F3. F3 will be moving to the finals, and deservingly so. I think they played a really good series.